Hey, just listen carefully whatever I'm going to share with you. How many hours of your life have you already sold to the banks? Say, for example, that mortgage payments, those credit cards, those so called good debts. The reason is why I'm asking this because the system doesn't want just your money, it wants your lifetime, your time. And that is why today I'm going to reveal something that really gonna shock you. It's not might shock you, it's gonna shock you, certainly, trigger you at the same time, but also can open your eyes to see what you must see. Because if you ever wondered why you're working harder and yet feel poorer, just over broke, this is it. So here is the raw truth. In Australia itself, let's talk about Australia because that's where I'm living in for the past 15 years. Yeah. In Australia itself, as of August 2024, last year, over 1 in 3 households are in mortgage stress. That means 30 to 40% of their income gone before their food, their fuel, and their kids' expense or any life expenses. Sink this in. 30 to 40% of their income gone for their mortgage or for their property investment, whatever it's called as. And yeah, the government call it as investment. The bank even call it as told you to believe, made you to believe it, to call it as a good debt, equity. But for you, the truth is, it's just 25 or 30 plus years of your life sold in advance. And if you're a migrant family like me, like us, you know, or you may not know, even it deeper, that you came here, you migrated here for better lifestyle, for a better opportunity, yeah, but ended up trapped with mortgages, loans, endless repayments in the name of good debt, serviceability, equity, and all those sort of things they told you to believe, they made you to believe. You are told your own, you're told, given a big dream that you own your property. But in reality, you know what? The bank owns you until the last payment is even made, and they will not make you to do the last payment. That is why they keep on top up your debt by means of the term called as what? Equity. Because they don't want you to be debt free. But imagine this. Imagine this, instead of chasing net worth on paper, you build a real wealth with the freedom that actually gave back your time, because that's exactly how the 3% play. The 3% don't play the debt game. They make use of the debt, but they play a freedom game. They prioritize the freedom by making a cash flow, by playing a cash flow game. Imagine knowing exactly how many hours you have sold. Just keep this in mind. Think this in mind. This is where it's going to blow your mind. Imagine knowing exactly how many years you have sold and how many you can reclaim back. And imagine being able to look your kids in their eye and say, I broke the cycle. I stood up. I am a generational game changer. I choose a different path than the conventional path. I created this leverage income. I self-realized, I made myself self-aware. Yes, I was a black sheep, but I built assets that work harder than me. That's not fantasy. That's what happens when you step out of the conventional method, when you step out of the safe, secure, comfort zone as what they told you to be in. That is where you step off of that middle class conveyor belt, that middle class poverty, to accept that reality, but at the same time you stay just over broke. And that is where you start to play a different game, a new game, as the 3%, what the 97% are hesitating to play. Get it? The thing is, by this Sunday, keep this in mind. This Sunday, we are going to provide you a tool, something the architects of the golden calf, like banks, the advisors, and the brokers, would never want it in your hands, would never want you to even know this. For the first time ever, you will be able to type in your own income, your mortgage, your debts, and your expenses, and instantly, yes, instantly, you can see your number of hours that you are sold to the bank, mortgage, what's the percentage of your mortgage stress, and the real equity and the real cash flow. See, the thing is, there's no sugarcoating in this. There's no lies, just the truth itself in raw, just right in front of your face. And I'm so certain, I promise you that. And once you see this, you can't unsee. Once you reveal the truth in front of your eyes, I'm telling you, that's where exactly the change begins. That's where you shift from the debt slavery to freedom builder, generational game changer. The point is, I didn't just build this for theory. I built this because I was there. I lived it. I was there where you are trapped in. I have won that golden cup by those architects because of my lack of self-awareness, lack of financial literacy. I won that golden cup for some time in my life. And followed by that, I ended up getting enslaved and worked for 60 plus hours in a week. And also, I hate to say this, but I made my wife also to work for 50 hours in a week. But I refused to stay there where I was. I refused to stay that kind of just over broke life. I refused to stay as an average mediocre. I have carried that mortgage stress. We both have carried that mortgage stress. And because we said enough is enough, and that is where we stepped out of the conventional path by becoming a game changer and broke free out of it. And now we have taken the responsibility. It's our turn to give back to you the way that how we broke free from it. Now it's your turn. See, coming Sunday, 5 p.m., after our 221st Sunday Business Live, non-stop. We have been doing that continuously for the past 4 years, more than 4 years, I think so, yeah. Since 2021, every single Sunday by 5 p.m. If you haven't jumped on, you must jump in and learn what you haven't learned before. After our 221st Sunday Business Live, we are officially going to launch the world's first ever, and it's patent pending. Yes, it's patent pending. World's first ever escape middle class poverty app. If you want to be the first to check yourself, drop the word app in the comments, and I will personally DM you when the link goes live. This is not about selling you anything. This is about making you to aware, making you to educate yourself, making you to self-realize yourself. This is about giving you the one single thing that the system never wanted you to know, never wanted you to be aware about. Because once you wake up, you will never look at your life, at your mortgage, your hours, and your life in the same way again. Let's wake up, because we are all here to live our life to the fullest every single day. We succeed together. Peace.